Hi, and welcome to Shondi's Kitchen. It's good to be with you tonight, and I just want to do a shout out to my new friends in Colorado. I want to say hi to Lisa and Carlin and Lauren and Kelsey and Cheryl and Terry, and to my good friend Nicole, who hosted me in her house. Last weekend, I kicked off my Take Back Your Kitchen tour in Colorado, and stay tuned for more details on how you can have me come to your hometown and be in your kitchen, and we can just really kind of dive in a little bit deeper on how to get started, how to get out of processed food, and how to make amazing meals in 30 minutes or less. So of course, tonight is clean out the fridge night, and so I've gone through my fridge and pulled out some things that that need to be used up. I've got some shredded cabbage here that I used in another recipe earlier in the week, and I've got here, these are some bean sprouts that I made, and so we're going to add those in. And so what you're looking at right here, and you'll see that my kitchen is like every counter is occupied. I'm preparing for 2 classes tomorrow, and as well as clean out the fridge. So what I like to do is, especially in the winter time, I like to either roast a bunch of veggies ahead of time or cook a bunch of sweet potatoes, and then I just make all different kinds of things with them. So I had a couple sweet potatoes that needed to be used, so I baked them, and as you can see, we've got the slices here, and I just cut them into rounds. And what we're going to do is we're going to line them on the sheet, and we're going to build nachos out of stuff that I already had, again, in the fridge that needed to be used up. So I've got these sweet potatoes. I'm just going to line them out, kind of like how you would line out your chips, right? And I want to do a shout out to my son Landon. He sent me for Christmas a whole set of my favorite kitchen knives, which are called Wüsthof Classic from Germany. They are just amazing knives. So, son, I'm having a great time with these. Anyway, so I'm just going to line these up here, and I've got one other one here, and just going to slice those. You know, you can slice them anywhere from 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, just however thick you would like. And you'll notice that I'm leaving the skins on, and you most likely have heard me talk about it before. These, especially the skins of, this is a white sweet potato. You're probably thinking, is that a sweet potato? There's different varieties of sweet potatoes. This is the garnet, which we usually call a yam, which is actually a sweet potato. And of course, those are going to be orange inside. Then they have different, there's Japanese, there is all different kinds of sweet potatoes. I think this one's called a Hana, but I'm not positive. But it's just white inside. They're really creamy, but the skin is not very hard. And so I bake several of these in the oven, and then I just have them. They will last in the fridge. This is what's cool, is that you just let them cool off. I just throw them in a big glass container with the lid, and I keep them in the fridge, and they will last in there for a good solid week. And so anyways, I'm just slicing these up. So what else did I have in my fridge? Well, actually in my freezer, I had some cannellini beans that I had used in, if you remember from the holidays, we made a pumpkin pie in a cup, and it had cannellini beans in it, which cannellini beans are a white kidney bean. And and I also want to say hi to Amelia and Eli, Nicole's adorable children. I had such a fun time. Amelia and I made snowballs. If you haven't seen the video, it's down in the feed, and with one of her friends, Riley. And it's just so exciting to get the rising generation in the kitchen, just handling food. And so anyways, I just want to say hi to them as well. So you can see I've just got my sweet potatoes lined up here. And so here's my cannellini beans. So this morning, so I defrosted them, and I mixed in some homemade salsa that I'd made this summer from, that's why these beautiful bright red things are from tomatoes from the summer. So I just poured those in together so it could kind of be marinating today. And so what I'm going to do before I do that is I'm going to sprinkle on a little bit of garlic powder. And you can, again, you can season this however you would like. I'm just going to do a little garlic powder and a little paprika on my sweet potatoes. You could do some onion powder if you would like, which I think I'm going to do that. I think onion powder sounds really good. I'm just going to grab some of that. And then I'm just going to spoon these beans on. I've preheated my oven at 350. And so you would just build it like you would nachos. You could use shredded chicken, shredded beef, refried beans. And I'm just going to spoon this on. I've shredded some cheese. Again, you're just trying to use up things that you already have on hand, maybe that a little bit of this, a little bit of that that need to be eaten, right? And I've just got a couple, just going to take off a little bit off of some of these and spread it around here. And again, this is another easy way to get your family in the kitchens. Everybody can just build some nachos a little bit different how they would like. And so I've got this. Next I'm going to throw on some green onions. Or actually I'm going to throw on, I had a combination of, this is chard and spinach, and I'm just going to pack that right on top. Because again, if you look at all of the different ways of eating out there, the common denominator is vegetables, because vegetables have the highest concentration of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, all those things in small amounts that our bodies need a lot of. And so we want to just pack in as many as we can. So that's why we want to add as much green as we can in every meal. Next, I have some green onions that I've chopped, and I do a little bit of the white and then the green parts. So I'm just going to pack those right on top of here. And then the last thing we're going to put on is some cheese. And then all we're going to do is, it's just going to take 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what your toppings are. It'll take 5 to 10 minutes in the oven just to heat everything through. And that is all there is to it. I need Nicole's dogs because they would come and eat everything off my floor right now. So shout out to Lucy and Hank and Steve. Her floor is super clean all the time. Okay, so just going to, again, so what kind of cheese am I using? You just want to make sure, again, that the source of your food is the best source that it can be. So this happens to be mozzarella cheese. It's actually from goat's milk. Goat's milk has, it's an alkaline food. It's not acidic like cow's milk. Our bodies can digest it much easier. And so I will, but if I am using cow's milk cheese, I just make sure that it's 100% grass-fed, and then it will not cause disruption in my tummy unless you do have a milk allergy. But as you can see, just, you know, these are so fun, and there's endless ways that you can top these nachos. So we're just gonna bake these for about 5 minutes. Okay, so meanwhile, tomorrow is National Pie Day. And so most pies, as you know, they carry a ton of calories, but they also carry a ton of sugar. And what happens is that just raises our blood sugar way too high, and then we come down way too fast, and then we have those cravings that just won't go away. And so the the thing about cravings is that what we need to do is learn how to recognize them and then have something already planned that we are going to do when the craving comes. Maybe it's take a walk. Maybe it's go and do some stretching. Maybe it's drink a big glass of water. Like that's what I usually do. If I get a craving and I know that I'm really not hungry because I only ate a couple of hours ago, then I start with a big glass of water. And then if it doesn't go away, then oftentimes I'll reach for a piece of fruit. Anyways, tomorrow's National Pie Day. So I have whipped up a banana cream, what I call banana cream pie in a cup. So I'm going to show you how that's done right now. I'm going to take you over here to my food processor. And so what I have here is, this is basically our crust. Where'd you go? There you go. So I've taken a cup of almonds and just ground them up, and then I added a half a cup of dates that I chopped fine and mixed that up. And now what we're going to add is we're just going to add some cacao nibs. If you don't know what cacao nibs are, they are just like little slivers of dark chocolate, basically is what they are. You could also substitute chocolate chips. And then I'm just going to add, so I'm going to add those in here, and I'm going to add some vanilla. And then I'm going to blend this crust again. You could also, okay, so I'm just going to blend this, and then we're going to make the banana cream part. I'm going to show you just how easy that is. And that is all there is to it. This is going to be our crust or our base for our pie. And so I'm just going to put that in a bowl so that we can mix up the banana cream part. And so even with cutting up the dates and everything, that took a little more, probably about 8 minutes to do that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make the banana cream. And what you need are, I did soak these cashews ahead of time, and so just for an hour or two. So I've got my cashews, and we're gonna blend these cashews just to get them a little bit chunky creamy. And when you do this, you might have to scrape the sides just a couple of times, but you're basically just grinding them up into it's not going to be creamy, but they're just going to be ground up good. So I'm going to do that just for another few seconds. And so this is what we have here. And so now we're just going to add in one ripe banana, and I just kind of just got it cut up into chunks here. We're going to add in, and again, I'll have the recipe in the feed later on tonight. I've got some lemon juice. We're going to add in some vanilla. And then for sweetener, you can use maple syrup, or today I made I'm going to show you this, I made a date paste. And so this paste is just kind of like a paste, but you can use it instead of the maple syrup. So I'm just going to put a tablespoon of that in. Okay, meanwhile, that's our nachos beeping, so let me see how they're doing. I'm gonna put them in for just a couple more minutes. So you've got your cashews, your banana, your maple syrup or date paste, lemon juice, and vanilla. And we're gonna blend this until it's creamy and smooth. So as you can see, it didn't take very long at all to get just this creamy. And if you want it super smooth like banana cream, then I would suggest putting this in a high-powered blender, and because it does have a little bit of texture to it. But anyways, I want to bring you over here to where we're going to build this bowl. So I made this last night, and I just have a fun little cup. And we're just going to start with putting a little bit of the crumble. And this crumble you can use it on other things as well. You could top yogurt with it. And then I have this banana cream that I made last night. So then we're just going to add a big spoonful there. And then I'm going to take some sliced bananas and just cover up that cream. Just to make it all purty. And you can do as many as you would like. And then we're going to put some more, let's see, I'm gonna do some more cream on top of that. And then a few more crumbles. And then if you would like on top, you can add some chocolate chips, or in this case, I've done these cacao nibs. And I can just put this right on top. And there you have it, banana cream pie in a cup. And this will nourish you from head to toe. If you don't like bananas or can't do bananas, you could substitute berries in for the cream to mix in with the cashews, and berries on top as well. But my husband and I had some of this last night. It's awesome. And we're gonna have some tomorrow for National Pie Day. So I've got here the oven. I'm gonna take out these nachos and just show you what we have here before we go. But I wanted to come on tonight so that you have time to make the banana cream pie in a cup for National Pie Day tomorrow. Okay, so again, we've got our, we just always start with a nice bowl of greens. I just try to eat a variety every day. And then as I explained, so I've got this purple cabbage that's left over. I've got some bean sprouts. And again, I'm just gonna throw that all in. I have some over here. And prepping for my other class, I have some leftover shredded carrots. So I'm just going to throw them on here as well. And so then I've got my nachos here, and so I've got my sliced avocado as well. I have, of course, you don't want to forget our sauerkraut, because we need to be eating fermented foods every day to help the good guys get strong and push out the bad guys. Today's most of our bacteria imbalance is about 80% of the wrong kind of bacteria and 20% of the good bacteria, and we need to reverse that. And one way to do that is through eating fermented foods. And stay tuned, I'm going to show you real soon. We're going to be making our own sauerkraut. You can make it in 30 minutes in your kitchen, and then it just sits on the counter and does its magic. So I'm going to grab a fork here, and this is some beet. So I would just put that right on top. And then what I would do is just take some sweet potato nachos, just put them right on top as well. And then I'm going to top them with some more salsa. And I do have some, this is the sour cream that I love. It's Nancy's probiotic sour cream. And so I'm just going to put a tiny little dollop, not a big one, on each one. We love a little kick at our house, a little spice. And so I will add some jalapeno hot sauce. If you have sriracha, that's amazing too. I'm just going to top these all with a little slice of avocado. Again, avocado is so wonderful because it provides our body and mainly our brain with the good fat that it needs. And then I'll show you. This is our organic jalapeno hot sauce. So I'm just going to top that. And there you have it. We've got our bowl and our pie, and we're just going to really enjoy all the flavors. And this is when you take time to sit down and really enjoy the food. Talk about like how it was produced, where was it grown, who took care of it and got it all the way to where you buy it, and really just appreciate the flavors of real food. And I guarantee you will get hooked, and you will want to spend a little bit more time in your kitchen so that you can nourish your body and your mind and just really enjoy real food. So thanks for joining me tonight, and stay tuned for we've got lots more coming for you to help you take charge of your health and get back in the kitchen and just discover the healing power of food. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining me, Myrna. Good to see you. Nicole, Aaron, and Lori. So good to see you, my cousin Lori. And Aunt Myrna, thanks for joining me tonight, you guys. You're awesome. Bye-bye.